I won't even remember what we were talking about. I know I was getting to something, but whatever.
Paparotti. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, we have our little conversations in the background, and sometimes we don't even know we're live because we get this countdown. And then I realize later when I go to look at the videos that somehow we were live before the countdown ended.
And we're
So
talking
anymore,
about
I don't know when we're live.
and it's fun. We're like,
yeah. Good morning, Jason. How are you doing this morning?
You know what? I'm still a little disillusioned this morning. I'm looking outside. It's kind of, I have some errands and things and such to do. The dental work that I got done on Mercury retrograde cracked out of my mouth last night. Fuck you. And I thought, oh, I'll be safe. I thought, I'll get it done before it goes. Anyway, we understand. Here I am, the living astrology of your world. You nasty, evil, hateful woman. When are you going to tell me that?
You know, the problem isn't so much that Mercury is retrograde. It was the fact that the planet that rules teeth, Saturn, was conjunct Mercury going retrograde.
I keep waiting for the day you will tell me when the constellation of stuff is right for me to land a 90-year-old with a heart condition and a trust fund. Is there any, constellation for that? Because if you could work that wonderfulness for me, I will come see you personally for coffee in the morning.
Every day, Jason, I should print your chart. I print a chart up for the day. This tells me, if you look at this, this is the energy of the day. Yeah. So I make my notes and tell you what I should print your chart and tell you this is the energy for your day.
Well, if anything, as a not sociological, but a empirical data live, here's the test subject situation. How many times have I not intuited, I hate to use that word because it sounds so touchy-feely psychic, but I'm like, oh, I'm feeling this way, what's going on? And you're like, and it happens quite often.
So we only have a little bit of time this morning, so we should probably just hop right to it, right? So grab your cup of coffee and let's see what the hell's going on today out in the sky. You may have noticed in the news, Jason, that Southern California has exploded into walls of fire, such as Northern California did a few months back. And again, we have this energy, all of these planets lining up in fire signs that are creating situations where volatility and unexpectedness can just suddenly burst forth. I guess, in the Southern California fire, it was in the area of the world that I was born in. And it is a place where you don't normally expect fire to, at least, you expect it more in the hills around LA. Ventura is a bit north. Craziness. So we wish everybody well. If you're from that area, be safe, and let's hope the weather changes soon. But I'm afraid because today the moon is in the latter degrees of Cancer at, let's see, West Coast time, 12:36 p.m. today. The moon will move out of Cancer and into another fire sign, Leo, and that can add a little bit more fire energy to everything that's going on right now in Sagittarius. So I'm expecting it to get a little worse before it gets better. And God help us, right? Today, the sun the planet Mercury in retrograde is conjuncting Saturn again. I hope you're not going to the dentist today to fix the problem.
Nope. I was going to go by to let them know that something happened. I think I'm just going to call.
Yeah, call them. They may want you to come in. And actually, it's not a bad idea to have it fixed on the retrograde, because they'd have to reevaluate what they've done, and they would have to revisit the whole thing, et cetera, et cetera. And essentially, that's the energy of Mercury conjuncting Saturn again, is that we're revisiting a decision that we made. We may be having to look back and see what insights we got with Mercury's first pass over Saturn, and build upon that and see where we go from here. Mercury will come over Saturn one more time as we move into late December, early January. So we have an opportunity to learn whatever it is that Mercury is bringing to Saturn for us in our charts. For you, I'm not sure where that would be in your chart. Let's see, Capricorn in your chart. Where's the sun in your chart? Do you remember?
In
You have a
Capricorn?
Pisces rising.
I have
How? Yeah.
Capricorn sun, Pisces rising, Gemini moon.
Yeah. I know that. So what house is the sun in your chart?
Right
Must be in like the second or third, right?
I don't honestly know at the moment. I never
No.
memorized my
Wait,
chart,
if I
Jen. Isn't
move
that
Pisces,
weird?
it's going to be up there in the 10th, the 9th, or the 10th house. So next time I'll look at your chart and we'll talk about what the hell's going on with your teeth.
Beautiful.
So at any rate, today
Seems that
you
Roseanne wants a transit, so we better hurry up for Roseanne.
Hi, Roseanne. We are doing a transit. I think she meant she would like me to look at her personal chart and give her a transit. So maybe one day I'll just pull a bunch of
joking. I was joking.
in the morning.
I've got to abuse some of our guests. Fuck. I mean, or
her sun is in the 9th house. See, she's a Scorpio, so her Scorpio sun is in the 9th house. So there is some water energy available, but not much. So we have an extraordinary amount of fire energy right now going on, including these energies of Mercury and Saturn. They're both in Sagittarius. So the problem is that maybe we hadn't really connected yet with the truth and of the things that we're absolutely here to do. And so we have this one more chance. Actually, we'll have two more chances to actually get clear of that. Today, also, the Mercury-Saturn conjunction is in a favorable aspect to Mars in Libra. So we may be able to actually find this as a productive day and be able to get some action going. Make sure the action you're taking is on your goals and your aspirations and not just busy work. Try to keep focused today. And that should be it. Today's not a really bad day. Just know there may be some messages coming in from on high or from within for you. What you got? I saw it looked like it was bright orange. It looked like fire card.
Oh, yeah. I so wanted this to not be an oh, fuck moment. And I thought, oh, fuck. There's something about a fiery aspect that we need to kind of like get through.
Wow. So we have, what is that? Death? The death card. Crash. Well, he's a gorgeous card, but as we learned back on Halloween, death is not all that bad, right?
It's not all that bad. However, out of all the cards in the deck, this death is generally more one of intellect, death of spiritual, death of emotional, non-physical shit. Whereas the Tower, we have a different conversation, a cessation of things. But this comes up against you to say, you gotta grow, you've gotta grow. I need to be free like that dove coming from the middle of this, what looks like Kali. I'm sorry, I get lost in my anus sometimes when you start doing your conjunct instructions and interstructions and interstellar connectedness. You said something about a really fiery aspect that was being exacerbated, hence the fires we're having. Burn, baby. That's the only thing I can say.
Burn, baby, burn. I thought it was interesting that you said something about more like the death of the intellect.
It's usually a non-physical scenario.
Well, interesting because Mercury represents the intellect, the mind, and in conjunction with Saturn, that may be having to let go of the way that we've always thought. You know how I always tease you about your, and Roseanne, oh my God, I was teasing her yesterday, same thing, about this defined ajna that you both have with this gate of opinions that's hanging there, and you just want to be able to share everything that you know to be true for you, that you believe is true for everyone.
Praise the Lord!
Praise the Lord. But what this would seem to caution people about is taking a look at what their own constructs are in their mind. Where are you keeping yourself locked into patterns based on what you think and what you believe is a truth that may not be the truth. This is what we're doing. We are re-examining our truths,
Yeah.
realigning them.
Let's talk a little bit about that real quickie, poo poo caca's, before I have to go.
Oh, here we go.
There are certain synchronicities in the decks. Jason, we are twins. Why are we twins?
You and Roseanne.
Oh, yeah, because that bullshit, yeah, it'll fuck you up every time. There are some synchronicities that do happen, obviously, cycles of synchronicities that happen in the universe. So they happen in astrology, they happen in the Kabbalah, they happen in the tarot. Very often, Janet will talk about, and this has nothing to do with today, this is just, why not?
Just Jason talk?
Yeah, this is some of our metaphysical chit-chat. So the Seven of Swords, you have to cut through those layers, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, this death card, if I hadn't pulled the death card, Janet, hello, Suzanne. If I had not pulled the death card, this is the card that would have been, in my opinion, drawn. Pardon me.
Is that the Six of Wands? Okay, so tell me why you think that one would have been the card that was pulled.
I'm going to discuss it and tell me if my description as well. So you see, obviously, these lines that are the wands that are going from the top to bottom, right? They're sort of the sinew manner. They're sort of the thing that keeps stuff together. Well, those are like needles interwoven into those layers. You see layers that are being burned away. The top layer of the onion, the middle layer of the onion, the third layer, and then underneath we see the what? Yantanta.
The Eye of God.
Eye of God. This card works in conjunction because after the death.
You know, it's interesting that you bring that card out.
Hello, wait. There's a point to this stupidity.
Oh, sorry. Carry on. Stupidity?
After the death card, this card is customary. Because after that death happens, this illusion of one's paradigm, I sound so, this illusion of one's paradigm leaves you, is burned away, and you're left with the next level of your reality, the next level of your burnishing. That whole idea of putting a hot poker into the thing and getting it burnished, getting your spirit and your soul steel rock hard. Well, that's a different show, but anyway, so that being said, that is what I have for you today. I have a fun evening planned for us tonight. It's going to be the metaphysical chit chat, whatever the fuck we want to talk about show tonight, and I'm going to be doing readings all night long. So Roseanne and everybody out there, Katie and everyone, tell your friends. If you can, call in tonight. I'm doing a bunch of free readings. Janet and I may discuss. I may have just a couple. Janet and I are always so focused on her shit or my shit, being astrology or tarot or blah, 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 that very often we do not just get to share our conversation with you when we have other, like, profundity and metaphysical chit chat. So I promote it today. We're having metaphysical mayhem. I got a number. Oh yeah, thank you, Janet. That was so
if they want a reading, they can call that number.
Absolutely. And you know what? Maybe if you're nice and you have your stats with you, Janet will whip out her. I know you shouldn't leave a pregnant pause there. Janet will whip out her chart. She'll whip it out. She'll whip out her charts and help give us some more depth to some of the readings. I'm going to have a bunch of questions and stuff, probably for Janet. And it's just going to be she and I, or if anybody else actually has a metaphysical mind in their head, because the joke is I get 19 people calling going, when am I going to get married?
Or where's my cat?
Where's my fucking cat? I'm helping people with like spiritual matters, and she called, where's my fucking cat? And you know I wanted to make every pussy joke in the world. I was so good. I was so good that day. Okay, anyway, I digress. So we're going to be having metaphysical chit-chat and mumbo-jumbo tonight, and I'm planning on doing readings. If it lasts for the whole hour, fantastic. One of the reasons why I am, as it would sound, scoldingly ill-prepared is because I am working with Janet real close right now, and I am creating a course, an online course called the Soul Codes that we are creating and trying to get up and running. We've had a promo out. I have not checked in with Janet. We've been so busy about what kind of interest is there. But at the rate of being redundant, and I have 2 minutes, we realized that the soul speaks in images, not in words. That being said, there are iconic images, there are vibratory messages that come from certain images that happen in our dreams, that happen in the tarot, that happen in the sky, that happen in the Kabbalah. These symbols are universal. They are the glimpses of our universe. Write that down. Glimpses of our universe. And so Janet hits it from a numerological and astrological and Mayan. She brings in an incredible wheelhouse of symbolic expertise. I myself have an art history degree background, and then it goes further into the study of pictures, which have become the tarot. My whole life has been a sequential study of art and soul images. And so we come together with some pretty incredible stuff. As a matter of fact, I don't know, Janet, I'm not going to let it out of the hat completely. But it seems that through binary channeled, in other words, I channeled it, and then Janet channeled it, but we channeled it separately at the same time. It seems that Janet and I, if I can say it with any kind of humility, because it's such a bombastic statement, have figured out the celestial association for the first time in history of the zero card, the Fool card. And if you really know us, you'll know what it is, but I will not tell you because that's part of what you pay us for. Anyway, so that being said, that's going to be coming out hopefully soon. Here's the problem, folks, and she won't tell you. She found out by spitting into a cup, shitting into a cup, that she has 9,000 relatives now. And she is so busy with them that she doesn't know when we're going to get this course out. Not true. We're both running like crazy trying to get this stuff out. So I realized that I went to go and write the show for the Sun yesterday, excuse me. And I was writing information, channeling information for a different card. I said, can't no, the power of Christ compels you. So, God, at least it's silver. What else? So that's the deal for this evening. And what else? That's all I got for you, lady.
Awesome possum. So, well, I hope everybody has a great day. I'm suddenly at a loss for words, not sure where to go with this conversation. So I think
Christ compels you. I should start walking around the streets like that just cuz. Oh shit. Oh my God. So yeah. So let me ask you something, Janet, before we get off the line. Right now I have a little thingy that tells me that we have 5 people watching. Are you, as the monitor, as the broadcaster unit, the hub of the wheel, do you see all of the people by name who is there?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
No, I mean, if they're logged into the chatting part, I see them. So I see, their names if they've made a comment, but I don't see all the names of the people that are watching. What? So it's anonymous that way until they speak to us.
Okay, so we kind of mentioned it yesterday, just to change things up, because I know that Janet and I, with our crazy Gemini aspects, we get bored easy. I didn't say that. I will start doing 1 card pull for anybody watching for a personalized card for the day. And because I cannot see your screen, if I know there are 5 people and I pick number 2 for the day, you know who that is?
No, I don't. All I can tell you is the people who have made comments, and that's it. Now, you could say to the people who are watching live, if you want a reading, hit us up in the chat. If you're watching it on Facebook in a particular, you can just chat with us. I mean, it's just right there. make a comment, in other words, or post a comment, say, I want a reading or I want a card pull, and then that's how we can run this.
All right, so let's figure that out. So I'm game for that, just something different. I don't know. I feel we'll do it as the countdown to Christmas, like little Christmas presents.
We have 21 days till Christmas, right? Or 20, no, wait. What is today? The 6th. So we have what? I don't even want to think about it. 19 days till Christmas.
Well, I don't subscribe to the usual hoo-ha, so that just, it hasn't affected me for years. The most stress I have is, does that ornament look good next to that ornament? That is the
Oh, I have 6 grandkids and 2 on the way. Did I tell you I have another grandbaby coming?
Yes, you did, but forget about that. You have like an extended family now of 1 gajillion.
Right. But
That's
unless I was, J. Paul Getty, I probably couldn't afford to buy presents for everybody.
Oh,
if
no,
you know
no,
what
no.
I mean?
I would not even, I mean, that's just nuts. No, but that's just an incredible. You have all that many more Christmas cards or, people to reach out to, like, hey, a small.
I don't send out Christmas cards. I mean, I don't know why I stopped doing that.
I never have. I don't even give out birthday cards. I'm not a card person. Isn't that weird?
I used to enjoy doing
gifts. I give gifts all the time. That's weird. Anyway, so aired tonight.
Suzanne Fulmer says she would love a reading.
Okay. Is there a particular topic, Suzanne, that you'd like to know a little bit about, or shall I just go ahead and blind read? Fuck it. I'm going to give a 1-card blind read. Okay. Ooh, I like ye. Very nice. Haven't seen this card in a while. This is
oh, one of my favorites.
The 2 of Discs. So it looks like, lady, today is all about your balance and beauty. Sometimes you have balance and you're just like, okay. But there's another time when you get balance and you get that extra good feeling down in your honey pot. So that being said, that was as nice as I could come up with, considering it was me. What this card says is, and because it stands, the butterfly stands on the Kundalini snake. It tells me that it's a sexy thing. So Suzanne, if you have a significant other, I suggest you tickle the balls a little tonight. In other words, it's a good night for you to come together with whatever good other half you have sexually and let your feathers out. It's one of my best sexy cards. Out of all the titillations.
Feathers.
What?
Or dress in feathers.
Honey, if you have a boa that you can throw around and do a nice cabaret routine while shaking your tassels, even better. So that's one of the more titillating cards, actually, of the tarot. It's like
I have a question. How did a butterfly that represents transformation, at least in my mind, get to be sexual in your mind?
This butterfly, is she not flying? No.
No, she looks like she's showing her stuff.
No, but she's not flying. Do you understand? A butterfly, it should be in flight. But this butterfly, she on the ground. But she's not just on the ground. She's on a snake. The Kundalini snake.
Got it.
The snake that penetrates. The snake that is the beginning of transmogrification. Hallelujah. Without the first chakra, you are truly fucked. And not in a good way. Because what I tell my lovers is the only thing that will fuck you worse than karma is me. So, I will tell you that is how that card turns into a sexual card. It talks about a great sense of balance and play and ping pong. It talks about the yin and yang. It talks about as above, so below, but it's earthbound and it's on the snake.
Gotcha.
Well,
now it makes more sense.
He's like,
I just never heard you equate it to sex, so it's like, where'd that come from?
How does little butterfly become all about, what did my father used to call it? Nookie. Does anybody ever call it that anymore? Let's go make nookie. You ever heard that?
No, I have heard that, but I don't know if anybody uses that anymore.
I wonder where that came from, but anyway.
I don't know, but Suzanne says she loves it.
Okay. I love you all. I got to go and get my ass cracked. Let me try that again. I need to go to the chiropractor.
Join us this evening on Jason's show at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. East Coast time on Blog Talk Radio. The phone number will be listed under the video on the Living Astrology Facebook page. Call in, get a reading, and join in for some more insanity with Jason and Janet.
All right, goodbye.
Bye. Love you all. Take care. Have a great day.
You too. Interplanetary Janet Schmanet.